You, you won't be lying.
Ah, hey guys, it's Ashley with Trendy Tree, and I'm here with John, the Crafty Tech Guy. He's going to be making a poinsettia wreath for us tonight. Poinsettia, poinsettia. Everybody says it differently. I say a poinsettia because I'm from way down here in the South. Um, but we had a kid. The kid sold out before he had the opportunity to do it, which is a great thing. But I've got some subs for y'all, so I'm going to add those links. But really quickly, I'm going to hop over to community and invite our friends there. So y'all bear with me for just a minute. And let me get that done. And then I will. Just a second. Okay. Now I can't hear myself talking anymore, and that's a good thing. Okay, so he is going to be using the Unique in the Creek flower form, the 15.5-inch form. He is using some gold chunky glitter balls. It's not small glitter. A red and gold 10.5-inch mesh. He is using an emerald fabric mesh with some metallic. The substitute mesh is another emerald mesh that is a fabric mesh that's very similar. So I am gonna make me not big because we know that's not what I want to do. Sorry. We're gonna give it to John and let him do his thing.
All right. Good evening, y'all. All right. So, how many of you have ever made a wreath on this board here? This is a UTIC large round, a unique in the creek large round. So you can get these over at Trendy Tree. So I am going to be making a poinsettia wreath, or as I grew up calling it, a poinsettia. But I have been educated here lately, and
That
apparently it's
is
called
wrong.
a poinsettia.
A poinsettia.
A poinsettia.
It's a
So
poinsettia.
it's a poinsettia.
Ain't it? Ain't it though?
So I have done so, and if you didn't know, I'm the Crafty Tech Guy. So I'm based out of Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm part tech. So I offer technical services to you all, and I do creative stuff like come live with Trendy Tree and make a beautiful wreath. All right, let's see here. So I've already pre-loaded most of the board. I did leave some here to show you all how to load the board. So for this style wreath, if you look at the back of the board, now when I make a wreath, one of these sides has Unique in the Creek, Made in Canada, and then the other side has the numbers. I make the side that I'm going to be making the wreath on the inside, because I don't want my customers researching and going to figure out what Unique in the Creek is. So that way, when the back that they see doesn't have Unique in the Creek or Made in Canada or patent pending or any of that.
Smart thinking.
Yeah. So on the back, you're going to see row numbers: row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you have two little center holes in the middle. We're not going to load row 1 right now. We're going to do that at the end. That's going to be our leaves. So we're loading row 2, 3, and 4, and 5. And we're loading pretty much all the holes, except here on row 2, or row 3, excuse me, on row 3, we're skipping the single holes. So you're going to notice that there's 2 holes, and then a single hole, and then 2 holes, and then a single hole, and then 2 holes, and a single hole. So we're just loading the 2 holes, all right? So the way you load these, now there's 2 ways you can load these zip ties. I want to make sure that I'm loading it in a way that when the zip tie pushes down, I can come in and use my zip tie gun. This is going to actually tighten the zip tie and clip it off. So I don't have to use my hands and then use wire cutters.
Well, I didn't even know a zip tie gun was a thing.
Yes, it makes life so much easier.
Shut up.
So if you search on Amazon, you're just going to search for zip tie gun. So with So if you've ever used a zip tie, these are 8-inch zip ties. So I don't recommend using 6. They're not gonna. It's gonna be a pain for you to use a 6-inch, and a 10-inch or an 8-inch is gonna be too long. So a good 6-inch zip tie. So you'll notice on a zip tie, there's a flat side and then there's the bump. All right. So we're gonna start with the flat side facing left. All right, flat side left. We're going to stick it in the hole to the right, come down, loop it back around underneath, and come back up in the left hole, and then just click it a few times. So this is how you load your board. And you want to always load your board first. That's the first thing you're going to do is get your board loaded once you've cut your mesh. I guess really cutting your mesh is probably the first thing you do. I've already pre-cut all the mesh because these usually take a lot of pieces, and you know, as much as entertaining as I am, it's just not fun watching this being loaded and me cutting.
As entertaining as he is, he knows that I've already been asleep one time.
Right. And who wants to sit here for 30 minutes and watch me cut 40 pieces of mesh? Nobody.
Sweet children.
Nobody.
I am not muted tonight.
Huh?
I'm talking to my children. I'm telling them that it's not muted. So,
no, I can't see my face. You're gonna slide over a little bit.
Your face sitting on there, baby.
Hair real quick, bro.
Let's see. Here's my sweet boy. Look at him.
Well, I got them pretty eyes.
Get off my screen.
Look at that hair. I love it.
Look at that hair.
He saw me.
Yeah.
I'm a cutie patootie.
A cutie patootie. That's right. Go away.
So yeah, so we've got our board loaded. Here is that red and gold mesh. So our mesh, this is a 10-inch deco mesh, and the red is cut at 9 inches. And the reason we cut it at 9 inches is because at 9 inches, you can get 36 pieces out of one roll. So that way you only need one roll of red mesh. And then the green mesh, this is 10-inch mesh cut at 10 inches. And you need 8 of these. So we need 8 leaves and 32 pieces for the flower. And y'all check out these ornaments. These are from Regency. If you've never had a Regency product, now is the time. Sorry.
Are they not gorgeous?
I know. They are so pretty. So pretty. I did pre-prep these because what we're going to do is we're going to take a pipe cleaner and actually tie these down into the center. So I wanted to make sure that these didn't pop off. So I took hot glue and really coated that top part in hot glue so that we have a really good strong connection there for when we zip tie these in the center. And we have 5 of these. So you're going to need 5 ornaments, 1 roll of red mesh, 1 roll of green mesh, and your form. And then a bag of zip ties that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's or on Amazon, 8-inch.
Or from Trendy Tree. Well, I don't know that we have 8-inch.
Do y'all have zip ties?
We do have zip ties.
All right, so we're going to take our mesh and we're going to fold it. So we're going to fold it from, so this is the 9x10. So we've got the 10 lengthwise. We're going to fold it from tip to tip diagonally. Then we're going to try to flatten it out. So basically you're going to put like a crease in there. All right. So now we're going to scrunch up the center. We're going to take the center and fold it in half. And that is going to be our first petal. We're going to take this petal. We're going to put it here. We're going to kind of pull it down tight. All right. And then if you have a gun, you're going to take your gun, put it on there. Just use like you're pulling a trigger, and then it cuts it off. And there we go. All right, and I just cut this with a rotary cutter. because it's just regular deco mesh. All right, so now we're just going to continue putting petals on all the way around. Fold it up in the center. For some reason, I can't see comments. Oh, there's the comments. Ha!
Got it?
I thought no one was commenting.
They're commenting.
Hey, Carol. Hey, Miss Jeannie. Hey, Justin. We had 25 people watching. I didn't know I had to tap on my screen to get it to.
See, I can't tell. I show more people than that because I'm showing the YouTube watchers too.
Oh, yeah, probably so. So if you don't have a zip tie gun, you're just going to get it as tight as you can. And if you need to, you can use a little pair of pliers to get it tighter. And then you would just use some snips to snip that end off. All right, so we're just going to continue to go all the way around. So while we're doing this, let's talk about Ashley.
We're going to talk about Ashley.
We're going to talk about Ashley.
What do you want to know about me? Tell it
Trying
to
to
me.
watch on the iPad, but it's cutting in and out, going to phone. Okay. Oh, hey, Carol. Hey, Mary. Hey, two Carols. My people are coming over. My people are showing up.
There's your folks. They coming. It's because it's the middle of the night. They're tired.
No, my people right now are used to me being on the talk until like midnight, 1 o'clock.
Well, I can't. Maybe that's why I can't with the TikTok, because I cannot be on that late.
The later you go, the more people you have.
I know. That's why we pushed this back to 7:30. Do you see how far I pushed myself? We used to do this at 5.
Well, we had to push it back because I just got done with my coaching at 8.
Well, what time is it there?
Huh?
What time is it there? 8:30?
8:30.
Well, 8:50 now.
Yeah.
It's 7:52 here, and I've already been asleep one time. Like, I'm such a grandma.
I don't know how you go to bed that early with kids.
Because my kids go to bed early and they wake up early, so I've trained myself to go to sleep. Because Pix is going to be up at 4:30 in the morning, whether I'm ready to get up or not.
Hey, Angela. So this is what people talk about. See, I don't go live on Facebook. So this is what they're talking about, is the comments always disappearing.
They do.
So you have to keep tapping the screen.
Yeah, well, see, it works out good for me because I watch the comments on StreamYard.
Right.
So I can see they show up for me. But yeah, it's more difficult to keep up with it on Facebook.
Hey, Maria just messaged. I bet she thinks I'm on the talk. Would you message her back and let her know I'm over here on Trendy Tree's page?
Yeah, hop on Trendy Tree's page. The more, the merrier. Mary.
Maria and Mary and I are besties.
Oh, you got all kinds of friends.
Well, yeah.
You're so outgoing.
I gotta have lots of people to sell stuff to.
Well, that's true. That's true too. That's true.
Yeah, to make
That's
that
true.
money.
You've been traveling a lot.
I have been traveling a great deal, building up the tech service side of the business, and it has been very, very, very profitable.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Now, it has not boded well for the product side of the business.
Well, but your ribbon seems to be doing well.
The ribbon's doing great.
It's beautiful ribbon. I've been watching
Thank you.
We are making a poinsettia. We are. I'm excited about it. I love that little bit of gold in there.
I do too.
I was a little torn with the solid red or that gold, but I was like, you know what? Let's be fancy for a minute. Anybody can do solid red. I know we've been just making things coming and going. We had Justin on for the first time on Monday, and he did a swag that was so pretty. His sold out. Yours has sold out. Hey, Maria. There she is. She
There
found
she
you.
is. Hello.
Let's see. We've got Julie Oxendine. I think I said her last name's difficult for me.
Hello, Miss Julie.
We sent her Q4 box. You know, Q4 is here. I don't know how the fourth quarter got here so fast, but whew.
Because we've been having fun all year.
We have been. Hey, Becky.
Hello, Becky. So, y'all, if you're just joining, this is a 10-inch piece of mesh cut at 9 inches. I'm taking from the long side, the 10-inch side. I'm going from corner to corner. All right, and then I'm pressing it down to get almost like a fold. Then I'm scrunching up the center. And then I'm folding it over. And that's how we get our petals for our poinsettia.
Poinsettia. Or poinsettia.
Poinsettia if you're French.
If you're whatever. I don't know what kind of person says that. But I also thought a peony was a peony until I started working with Rachel, our fresh flower person, who told me it's not a peony, it's a peony.
It's a peony, yeah.
And I was like, well, I didn't know.
Now you do.
So here we are. Tomato, tomato. So where's your next trip? Where are you going next?
Mastermind.
Oh, when's
next
that
month,
for you?
North Carolina.
Okay.
Kill Devil Hills.
Kill Devil Hills. Such a pretty place.
I think Damon showed. I think he showed on Facebook the next house for next year.
Carol, it took me a minute to read that.
It's still a
Carol says it's still a peony for me. Well, it all depends on the crowd I'm around.
Sounds like you're saying pee on me.
Well, no. Now I don't want anybody to pee on me. Although I have a 19-month-old, so it happens. This is just a process right here.
The hardest part is getting all the mesh cut.
Yeah, that's a lot of pieces of mesh. What? How many of the red?
36.
36. That's a lot. I have never attempted to do anything with a Unique in the Creek board. I mean, we played around some, but that is intimidating to me.
Why?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm taking notes, though. I'm going to learn how to make something.
All right.
Next week, not right now. Because
next week, you're going to go live making a poinsettia wreath.
Well, I'm probably not going to do that next week. Next week, I'm going to be working on fourth quarter emails.
Oh, you can take an hour out and make a poinsettia wreath for the good of
I was working with my helper today, and no, I'm gonna be making emails till I die. Yeah, we had our. Oh, you're frozen, unless you're just being real still.
Huh? I'm not frozen on my end.
Oh no.
Mary, I have the camera right here to the table. It's just
What's
because it's
happening?
going. It's just because it's going through StreamYard, and it just looks different. StreamYard really wants a horizontal view. Stephanie says that's it, Ashley. It depends on where you have flower names. You still there?
Yep. Yeah, I am here. It kicked me off for a minute,
Oh,
and now I'm back.
does that mean we were both gone?
No, I think you were still here. It was just me. I don't know what happened. You froze, then it kicked me off. Technology. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Great till it's not. It's a chalk thing. Does It's a Chalk thing have a name?
Mary,
you
that's
know-
my friend Mary.
Mary? Okay, she says she needs a closer view of what you're
Well,
doing.
I've got the camera all the way up to the table.
Oh, okay.
Did you miss that conversation?
I guess I did. Sorry. That's where it kicked me off.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, I thought, well, I guess she fell back asleep.
Nope, I'm here. I was just kicked off.
She's out.
I'm back.
It's been fun.
Hey, second wind, third wind, I guess. I could go back to sleep though.
Shoot, I'll be live on the talk after this.
Well, I won't be there.
At least that's my plan. We'll see. I got to figure out what I'm going to make.
Well, Christmas. Did you see my new signs? I made new signs.
You did.
I did. Stephanie says, what tool are you using after you cut the zip tie?
It's called
Looks
a cable. It's called a zip tie gun. So go to Amazon and just search for zip tie gun.
Okay, Maria wants me to tell us about our business. Okay, so I'm Ashley, and I am technically just, I don't even know what you would call me. It is. I am not the owner of the business.
No, you definitely are the HBIC.
I'm the what?
The HBIC.
What's the HBIC?
The head.
Oh,
The
that I
head
am.
something in charge.
I'm the head something another. You right. So Trendy Tree started, I'm trying to remember the story, in 2000 and something, 13, something like that. And it started with Miss Jeannie, and she sold collectible ornaments out of her 2007. I'm sorry, Miss Jeannie. Correct me if I'm telling the story wrong. It started in 2007, selling collectible ornaments out of her house. Actually, it started as a Christmas tree farm, and they never sold the first Christmas tree. They only ever cut one tree. It was their personal tree. And anyway, that was a whole lot of work, and I don't think they wanted to be farmers. So then they sold collectible ornaments, and it kind of outgrew their home. And then they picked up Raz, and we still sell Raz to this
Oh,
day.
Raz. I thought you said they picked up grass. They didn't want to sell trees, so they
No,
started selling
not
grass.
Raz, R-A-Z. And we still sell a lot of Raz. And it just kind of blossomed into what this is. Miss Jeannie was a correct me if I'm wrong, I believe she was a nurse practitioner. And she retired from that to do this full time. And since then, she has sold Trendy Tree to Carrie and David. Carrie is her only daughter. Carrie was a nurse. David did something in accounting. We're in Mississippi. And so now Carrie and David are the owners. They work from home. I'm kind of their business manager, and then I work with different designers and do our wreath kits and things like that. Then we have Taylor, who is soon to be Carrie's daughter-in-law. She does our Pinterest now. Miss Jeannie did do our Pinterest. She's retired from that. Taylor's taken that over, and then Taylor also is kind of in charge of our packing and processing room. Taylor's mom, Miss Rhonda, is our warehouse manager, so she runs everything out there. It's basically me, Taylor, and Miss Rhonda at the shop every day. We also have Rachel there, who locally does fresh flowers and weddings. So we sell anything wreath making, ribbon, mesh. It is a family affair, Maria. Wreath forms, just basically anything you need to make a wreath, and we have it. Goodness. I got a little cough. Sorry about that. Carrie probably made me sick. But yes, I'm the only person there that's really not technically family, but they just love me like I'm family. They couldn't make it without me. Let's be honest.
Why don't you tell them how you got into the business? That's hilarious.
So I was a teacher, and I was working for my aunt at her boutique in the afternoons after I got off work. Was my youngest daughter, not my youngest daughter anymore because I had a baby, surprise. And she was in cheer, so I worked in the afternoons to make some extra money to kind of pay for that, because if y'all have kids in competitive cheer, you know you need an extra job to fund that. And Carrie was friends with my aunt that I was working for, and she came in one day and needed somebody to organize her office. And we were kind of talking about that. And then before I ever started doing anything with her, she decided to open a local store. She got a storefront, and she came in one day and she was fixing to go out of town on vacation. She came in with a debit card and a key and handed me the debit card and the key and said, I rented the storefront around the corner. I'm going out of town. I would love for it to be open when I come back. So here I am, a stranger with her key and her debit card. And when she came back, we were ready for business. So we have since sold the local store to some great friends of ours that still buy their ribbon from us. City Mercantile in Pontotoc. If y'all are looking for somebody to buy some cute stuff from, they're great. And she just kind of took me in, and I went to the warehouse and I started packing boxes, and then I've just kind of moved into the social media. I still pack boxes, don't get me wrong. We all do everything there. And but I kind of handle their social media and customer service. So if you're ever doing anything customer service wise, that's me. And then I deal with all of our designers, because let's be honest, y'all all know designers are a whole headache.
Oh yeah. I'm just a giant PIA.
So since the beginning, and that was 2019 is when I started working with Carrie. So since then we have become family. She's kind of my go-to person for all the things. So, people tell you that people are placed in your life when you need them. And so here we are. John is a princess diva. Well, you're probably not wrong about that.
But I'm worth I'm worth all of it.
I think everybody in this particular business is a princess diva. I think we all are a little needy. It is a good story. It's a good from beginning to where we are now. It's a good story. Yeah, I can't wait and to get Taylor married. Can't wait to get Taylor married to AJ and AJ and Taylor to start making some sweet little babies for us to love on. Because it's just a family affair where we're at. So, what's your
who here watching has ever made a flower wreath or a wreath on a UTIC board? Curious.
Miss Jeannie has. She's got a sunflower on her door. I saw it today. I haven't, but my grandmother has asked me several times for one, but I am just feeling real overwhelmed with it.
I know Mary has. She ain't saying anything, but she's made these.
She ain't talking to you.
No.
Some awesome designer taught her. Well, Stephanie, get you a board and make you one. I'm taking notes.
All right, so now we're going to use the same petal and put our leaves on. All right,
but
so
it's a 10-inch cut, so it's a little bit bigger.
Cut. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. All right, we're going to fold it in half, but where we're going to load this.
You look confused.
We must just do every other one.
Well, don't be acting confused. You're the teacher here.
All right, so you're going to take your zip tie and go ahead and load it through. And then we're going to fold this in half. Get a really good pinch on it. And then we're just going to load it up. Get it right there on that edge. Use our zip tie gun. And you want to push that edge back around, because if you leave that hard edge here, it's going to scratch someone's door. So see, now we've got our wreath, and then see that little green poking out.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
Look at that. Well, you should definitely make a poinsettia. You bought the wrong mesh from us? What'd you buy? That stresses me out when somebody tells me that, because, you know, I'm the customer service representative. So I need to know.
Her designer friend told her what mesh to buy.
Well, you must have not have gave her the right product number. She bought the wrong thing.
Poly burlap mesh, and she didn't.
But what'd you buy?
Deco mesh.
Deco mesh. It's okay. Deco mesh is good too. What you trying to make?
Poly burlap flower wreaths.
But you can make them. But you can make it with deco.
You can. It's just a little bit. It's a little bit different.
It's a little bit. Miss Jeannie made hers with deco, and it's beautiful. That's deco you're using. Not what you're using right now. That's fabric. But that red and gold is deco. Is it not? It's jute. It's poly jute. Yeah, you can use it.
Yeah, you can use anything.
Just don't handle it a lot. But now, sis, I'll hook you up with some poly burlap too. I got some. So, Mary. It's a chalk thing, is Mary, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make these with these unique in the creek boards, but you've never just made one with like a wreath form? Because to me who doesn't make anything, just making one with a wreath form seems so much easier.
Oh no. Not starting out. I mean, she could now, definitely. The first wreaths I made were these.
Really?
Yeah. Is it more steps? Yeah, but they're very easy to make.
Huh. Because this seems very, I'm trying to think of the word. It seems very precise to me. Whereas the wreath forms, it seems like you could cover up a mistake better. Because I don't know that a mistake is a mistake. Look, I don't make anything, so there's that. I can tie a bow, and that's about it.
Hey, look, a lot of people can't do that.
I like these too when they're finished, Justin. I think they're so pretty. This is what I'll send you next. You don't make these. You like to do things on lives, so I'll just send you a board. Unique in the Creek released a new board today. Did you know that?
They did that candy cane.
The candy cane.
Yep.
Yep, got that order placed. About to get us some of those. I'm anxious to see what those look like.
Like a candy cane.
Well, stop it. I know that. Mary, I don't know if you need to be his friend.
She probably questions herself 10 times a week.
He probably does. What the heck? While I got you on here, I have a technological issue with my email.
That sounds. Y'all are still having email issues?
No, it's a me issue. It's not an issue. Used to, my order emails went to like this folder that said other.
Yeah.
So I could just click them and delete them all at one time. And now they're just going to my regular inbox.
It's just a rule. So you used to have a rule that routed them to that box.
Well, I don't know how to fix that. Gold drums. I like a drum. We just got some drums in today. They're not updated yet, but they are pretty. I think they're red and emerald and gold. I can't wait to show. We got some beautiful stuff in today from Liberty Floral.
Are y'all doing a live sale tomorrow?
Well, I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow or Monday. David's playing in a golf tournament, and he updates our stuff. So I have to wait on him to tell me. They're very pretty. Mary says she's more sarcastic than you are. I would find that hard to believe.
She can dish it out.
Now, John's been a lifesaver for us. If it hadn't been for him at Wreath Makers Live, we'd still be sitting there trying to get our card reader to work, going, it's not connecting. I think so, Miss Jeannie, but I don't know a lot about golf. Or maybe it was over today. I don't know. Let's see what all we got in from Liberty Floral. I'll tell y'all. we got, we got some good stuff. We got some fall filler, some fall greenery, an emerald pine garland, a berry hanging spread. It's pretty. A berry pine cone garland. Oh, we got these gift boxes. They are green velvet. They're going to be gorgeous to put in your Christmas trees.
Oh, that sounds nice.
A white pine wreath that is beautiful, and we only got 12 of those, I think.
How much are they going to be?
I don't know yet. I can't see that.
Oh.
Lots of pinks. Pink deer. Pinks were everywhere for Christmas. A pink Santa head is real cute. Gingerbread. Yes.
I did a pink nutcracker wreath last night.
I love pinks for Christmas.
So there is our flower before we put our ornaments on.
So pretty.
It is pretty. All right. So now I need 4 of these. So you need 4 pipe cleaners or 4 Chanel stems.
Oh, I have some of those too. I'll put a link if I can type.
All right. And you're going to feed this. You're going to feed this so like where you've got the little ends of your petals, you're going to feed this in between the 2 holes like a cross. You can do it 2 ways. You can feed them up and then attach it to the ball, but this is probably going to be easier to just put this through here. And then you're going to take one end and put it through one hole, and one end and put it through the other hole. All
Y'all
right.
know that awkward moment where you're trying to hook your sign to your wreath? Here we are.
Oh, no. This is a lot easier than getting a sign pushed through mesh and all the other stuff to get the sign on.
What me and Carrie do is we like to make a wreath. We can do the mesh and we can do the ribbon, and then we hold the sign up there, and then we text Miss Jeannie and say, hey, we have this wreath. Will you put the sign on for us?
I used to get so freaking flustered putting a sign on that I started making them think I put the sign on enough to where I would stick it on and make them think that I got it on there. And then once the live was over,
You would go back?
I would spend the next, 4 days getting the sign actually put on there.
Uh-huh. That's what with our Pinterest live back when we did that. That is what we basically held the sign up, and I was holding it from the back with the zip ties that were on it, and we kind of just pretended it was on there and went with it, because that is hard. That is truly hard.
Here's
And
the secret.
It's even harder when somebody's watching you.
The secret is a yarn needle.
Ah.
You put one of my watchers told me this, I don't know, or beginning of this year or something. You put your Chanel stem through there, and then this will feed right through that mesh to the bottom of that frame.
Stop it. Because it's so hard to get through all that mesh and figure out where you're at.
Especially if you've used like a thick 21-inch mesh and then a thick 10-inch mesh. You might
I was using the bee wreath today. The girl that helps me some with, like, we're doing some stuff with her for email marketing and things like that. And she, you'll figure out in this business that somebody that you work with on stuff like that doesn't necessarily know exactly what we do. So they're like, I don't really know what you're talking about. So John made me a queen bee wreath that hangs on my office wall all the time. And I use it all the time to show people, like, that's my example of what we do. And I was showing it to her today, and she was like, yeah, I don't really know what mesh is. And I was like, oh, here, let me show you. this. And she's like, okay, that's a lot. I was like, yeah, it is a lot because wreath makers are a lot. But yeah, like that was a lot of mesh to get a sign connected to. Those gold balls are perfect.
I love them. I love them.
We have those in red and green also. They are beautiful. And we have them in that size and we have them in a bigger size.
Oh, wow.
I love a good ball.
Amen, sister. What'd she say?
Mary said that's what she said.
Yep.
Is. Thankfully, they are not sweaty balls.
Or sweaty hairy balls.
Ugh. No, I'll take a glittered ball any day.
All right, so let's do like that, and then we're going to come in and put a little glue in between to hold them in place.
You got to glue them balls together.
That's right. And then the top ball, we're just going to put a lot of glue on.
And slap him on there. You have got a huge glue gun.
I know, I just got it. I love it.
Is it cordless?
No, I don't do the cordless one.
Okay. When I taught art, I used a cordless one.
I have a cordless one, but I don't know. They're more frustrating than anything else.
I had trouble getting my stand would flip over all the time.
Yeah. That constant on the stand, off the stand.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it doesn't want to come out of the stand. Sometimes you're gluing, you got so much to glue that it can't keep up.
Mm-mm.
So I like the wired ones.
Yeah, I don't mind a cord. That's so pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous? So that gives it like some dimension.
It does.
And the petals are all like wispy.
I love it. And I
So
love
pretty.
it. I was torn with the red because I was like, the gold may be too much. The gold is not too much, I don't think.
No, it looks very classy.
I like it. Everybody loves it. Even Miss Jeannie says it's pretty. If Miss Jeannie says it's pretty, that's a win.
It's a lot of steps, but it's really easy. And like you can crank these out. And I mean, something like this, you don't have a lot of cost in it. And I sell these on Etsy.
They sell well?
$99 all day long.
And they sell well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just have to ask, you know.
Yeah, people love them because it's something that they can put between their front door and storm door.
That's true.
So that's how you market it. I sell a lot of pancake wreaths for that same reason. And these. I've never made, well, I did make one Christmas version. I just learned this new poinsettia wreath. And then, but what I have sold of them are the spring one, the flowers.
Yeah.
So I've never offered a poinsettia wreath like this before to my people.
Well, now you can.
Yeah.
You have one.
But the flower wreaths sell great in the spring and in the summer because it's simple, it's lightweight, it's easy to ship, it's affordable.
Mary, I think you could probably, with that fifth ball on there, I don't know if you would fit it between a screen door and a storm door, between a door. But
because you're still, here's a pancake wreath.
But if not, you could always do 3 balls. You could do the bigger ones and do 3. It's still more narrow than, if that pancake fits, then that one will fit.
Yeah, you're fine. I think you would be fine because you've got 5 inches.
And I want to think that's a 4-inch ball. But we do have bigger balls, so you could always.
This is right at 5 inches, so it may touch the glass a little bit, but it'd be fine.
It'll be. If your door don't shut, it's fine. Who really needs their door to shut?
Right?
It's that inside door that matters. That's the one that locks. Did you make that sign on that wreath?
I did.
Show me that Santa Claus one. Roll on back there.
This one?
Yeah.
It's another pancake. I made this. This is one of my designs.
He's handsome.
Yeah.
I love a good rosy cheeked Santa Claus.
So another pancake.
You're making a lot of pancakes these days.
Then I've gotten into grapevines.
Grapevines and pancakes seem to be where's that right now.
Yeah. I've gotten into arrangements. I did a 4.5 foot tall Halloween arrangement and shipped it to New York.
Shut your mouth. Did you take? I hadn't seen that. Did you post it?
That was a crazy. I made it and I got it shipped and I was done.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to get your life together and post the things.
Should I have marketed it better? Yes, but me and about.
But do you want to make it again? I guess that's the question with marketing. That is, do you want to do it again?
Oh, I would make one in a heartbeat.
Okay.
It was fun.
I like the grapevine back there with the bells. That's pretty.
Yeah, isn't that pretty?
I love the bell. We have tons of bells. They're gorgeous and everywhere. I mean, people are using them on their mantles, on wreaths, on their trees. We had a local lady pick up an order today. She's using different bells on her church tree, and they're just
good, Stephanie. I'm so glad.
They're just gorgeous. Okay.
Miss Jeannie hasn't made a pancake wreath.
She hasn't. She hasn't made one yet. Miss Jeannie's trying to be retired. I don't really know what she's doing with her life right now.
Well, she can still be creative.
I know, but she's just trying to be retired.
I mean, I do have a video of me making the arrangement. I think I posted it on TikTok.
Well, you know.
I mean, it's recorded.
Well, you need to get it out there. Sorry.
Well, it's on TikTok. Girl, that's my platform.
I know TikTok's your platform. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying.
Look, TikTok makes me a lot of money.
Well, that's why I'm trying to get there.
Facebook, not so much.
I'm getting closer. Facebook's our jam. Facebook and YouTube is where, and Pinterest.
Well, yeah, because like you and all the other people, when y'all started, Facebook allowed you to grow a business on Facebook. They don't care about us young businesses.
No.
The platform that cares about us is TikTok.
It's TikTok. And it's harder for us.
I've been on Facebook business-wise for 4 years. And it doesn't matter how much I do, how little I do, I'm still at like 2,100.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm approaching
Facebook has gotten peculiar. Facebook has gotten peculiar. Even just in the years that I've been at Trendy Tree. Facebook's tough. Instagram, Pinterest.
The hardest one is Instagram.
Instagram is just hit or miss completely, totally. Anything that I post on Facebook, 9 times out of 10 is going on Instagram as well, but it just doesn't get what Facebook gets for us. Pinterest is our biggest thing right now. Taylor does that. Pinterest has always been big for us. Miss Jeannie did a great job with Pinterest from the beginning.
Yeah,
And
mine's picking up. I heard a BA 4 months ago to just do nothing but Pinterest, and it's generating revenue now. And
yeah, but we
but
our email
I just don't
marketing.
have any. I've never had any desire to do Pinterest, and so that's been some of my goals, revenue goals, has been to be able to hire people to do the things that I don't want to do, but I know they're
Right.
important. Like Pinterest is very important.
Pinterest is important. People use Pinterest to get ideas.
Yeah.
Um,
And I got tons of stuff to put on there. I just never.
it's a little more in depth than posting on your other social media platforms.
Yeah, that's why I hired somebody that is not just posting, but like knows the strategy behind
Right.
it and what to post when and how to do those posts. She creates all my posts I just feed her the content, the videos, the images.
That's basically I kind of feed Taylor what she needs, and she goes with she's taken a Pinterest course and learned some stuff, and Miss Jeannie's really helped her a lot. So she just takes what we have from the website, what we post on social media, our lives and stuff like that, and she just goes with it. How do you sell on TikTok? I'm not familiar with that. We don't sell on TikTok yet because it's not something we're familiar with. Do you sell on TikTok, or do you just do live?
I have this shop all set up. I've sold some stuff through the shop. Where I sell is if I'm making something, I already have it initially posted in Etsy, or I have it on my website, thecraftytechguy.com. And that way, as I'm making it or as I'm talking about it, I'm just sending them there to buy it while I'm live.
Okay.
So that's how I generate sales, or from the videos that I upload and so forth. I'm always, telling them to go to a certain site.
Yeah. We don't use TikTok shop yet. I would assume it is similar to your Facebook shop or your Instagram. It's not.
I mean, is it a platform you can ship from? I mean, you can shop in and ship from? Yes. I would say it's like you have to abide by their return policy, which is 31 days.
Okay.
And you have to, when that order goes in, you have 48 hours once the order is placed for it to be tracking in the TikTok system, or it's automatically canceled and refunded.
Gotcha. So it's more similar to Amazon than.
It's very demanding. It's very demanding.
Okay. That would be difficult for us.
Yeah, I mean, because I would not sell a wreath on there at all because obviously the return policy. But I've sold some signs. I have some stickers on there right now. I've tested it out just so that I know kind of how it works.
Right.
But it's interesting to me that it's not just that you have it shipped out in 48 hours. It's that it's in whatever shipper, whatever in their system, and they fed that back to TikTok.
Yeah, that I don't know. That would be difficult for our entire community, I feel like, because on my end, we ship product, but we may be longer than 48 hours out, depending on what's going on. And for you, it's a custom made piece. So
I know if they buy it, I got to press it, make it, package it,
right,
get it out. And so the times that I've done it, I was sweating bullets. I'm like, if I don't get this there fast, so basically it's
almost like you would have to charge more to sell it on TikTok because that's going to have to take precedence over any other order you have.
Oh, definitely, yeah. When they come through, they go right to the top.
You see, that's how Amazon is for us. Amazon has to go to the top. Bye, Mary. It was nice to get to talk to you tonight.
All right. Good night.
Mary says she's out. She don't want to talk about TikTok.
No.
She ain't about the talk. Yes. He shows it on TikTok and directs his customers back to his shop.
That's right. And
Yeah.
Like last night, the wreath that I made sold within 15 minutes of me starting it. You want to see it?
I do. Yeah. I always want to see it. Sold last night, but he didn't ship it today. Look at that nut. Where'd you get that nutcracker?
I can't tell you that.
Why? I want one for myself.
Well, I don't want to talk about a competitor.
But I like that nutcracker.
From TMI.
Okay. He is a handsome fella.
Isn't he awesome?
He is.
So
I shop from competitors.
This is mostly David Christopher and a little bit of Hobby Lobby.
Stop using that Hobby Lobby.
I did not have any candy stuff, and so
we got candy stuff. You didn't ask me for candy stuff. You know, if you text me, I'll send you candy stuff.
Well, I didn't know what I wanted because I've never done anything in this theme. So, but yeah, David Christopher.
I like that. I like a candy thing. I don't use candy themed stuff at my house because.
Oh Lord, I would. I mean, this is really nice, but I wouldn't want this at my house either.
I bought my house for my parents, and my mama remodeled. Well, first of all, for the first 20 years I lived at this house, it was country blue and had geese everywhere and carpet through the whole thing.
Country blue and mauve and ducks. That was my mom's house.
Yep, that was us. And then in the 90s, when orange was everything,
Jesus.
Then she painted everything orange. Everything's orange and gold everywhere.
That sounds like she went back to the 70s.
Well, you know, it kind of made a little bit of a comeback. Our formal dining room is orange and gold. My breakfast room is orange and gold. My kitchen is cream and wine. And then everything else downstairs is tan, brown, tan. I hadn't done anything to it just because it's irrelevant to me. We're here for about 5 minutes a day, so it doesn't matter. But when Christmas rolls around, I have to be real careful about what colors I use. Like, I do a black and white tree in my living room because it looks fine in there. I do a tree at the bottom of the stairs. It's tan there. And I do a tree for the kids in traditional colors. And then in my formal dining room, which is where we actually have Christmas, I do it's a live tree is what I like to call it. I use things to make it look like it's been outside. I use feather balls. I use deep golds, things like that. I just don't have anywhere that I could use a candy tree. I would love to. I think it's so cute. Miss Jeannie wants to know if Robin's your person at TMI.
I work with Lori and Tiffany and Macy.
Lori and Tiffany and Lake. I don't know anything about TMI.
It's right there in Golden, Mississippi, about an hour from you.
Yeah. When my kids were little, I did a different theme in every room. Well, I can't do one in every room. 3 trees. My husband told me I couldn't add another tree. 3 trees are the limit for him. He's not putting any more up or taking any more down because he's precious. He puts my trees up and he puts my lights on all my trees. And he does a fabulous job. But 3 is his limit. He won't do any more. He told me last year when I added the 3rd tree that was it. He was done. My 3rd tree is huge. And he's not doing any more trees for me. But I do a big, like my entryway comes in at my stairs, and I do my traditional tree there. So it's reds and greens. And then I have a hall tree. I don't know if other people have a hall tree. That's what my mama always called it.
I want one. I've wanted one for years.
So I do that, and then I do my stair rails going up. I do a big garland on my stair rails. My hall tree is, and my mirror over it, they're completely done. My downstairs bathroom's done. But now I host Christmas for 20 people at my house. We cook breakfast Christmas morning, and we host Christmas here. So I feel like my house, especially now that I work at Trendy Tree and people know that this is what I do, I feel like my house has to be kind of over the top. But I don't know what all these trees are going to be like with a 2-year-old in my house this year. Like, am I going to have to put
You're
an
gonna
electric?
have the
Am I
trees will
going
be
to have to put an
decorated.
electric fence up around them? Because she's bad, y'all. She's bad. I don't even know how to. I still hear her rambling around upstairs right now. My husband's probably asleep, and she's rambling. I can hear her playing with her blocks. And she's had a breathing treatment, so she doesn't sleep good. You know, whatever. She's just being your typical 2-year-old. Except she's not 2 yet. We hit the terrible 2s early. And she's wearing her mom out.
I've heard 3 is worse than 2.
Stop it. 3 can't be worse than 2.
That's what my sister dealt with.
You want me to tell you what's worse than 2?
Having kids?
17, 15, and 13. That's what's worse than 2. It's the teenagers. Nobody can prepare you for the teenagers.
Yeah, my sister has 2 teenagers right now, and it's a lot.
They're brats, all of them. And
Yeah,
they
my
all
niece, who was
they
just
all
always
have their things. The 2 middles play multiple sports. Like this Saturday, we have basketball and cross country. I don't know how we're going to do it all. And we have our community festival that day too. So, you know, all the things. Anyway, well, all right, guys. I'm ready to
All
go
right.
to bed. It's 9
It's
o'clock
been
here.
fun.
You get on the talk, sell something, sell that poinsettia. All right. We'll
thank you
talk
so
tomorrow
much.
because I do need some help with my email with getting that figured out because I got to be able to delete those.
All right, reach out to me.
All right. Y'all
All
have a great night.
All right, good night, everybody.